Hi everyone, hello. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I remain Aderonke Grace, and as you can see on this channel we have a very special we have a very special guest here, and she's going to be introducing herself. So hello.
Hi everyone. Hi Grace.
How are you?
I'm all yourself.
So can you just introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hi everyone. My name is Devoho and I am Grace's acquaintance. I am from South Africa.
Ooh, did you hear that? Grace's acquaintance, and she's from where?
South Africa.
She's from South Africa and I am from Nigeria. Yeah, so on today's video, Teboho here is our guest, and she's going to be reacting to the culture shock video I did earlier on, which had like a lot of views. Like, you guys are just like the best. The subscribe, the views, literally the comment section was on fire. I was like, hey, is this a tug of war or what? And to tell you the most, I learned and I unlearned some things hearing your view about my culture shock as a Nigerian living here in South Africa. So I'll be giving the microphone here over to Teboho, so she's going to be reacting to some of the points or some of the things I talked about. So over to you, Teboho.
Okay, Grace.
Before you start, Teboho, I wanted to say something also, that sometimes back she left South Africa for another country. So I felt now you don't want me to talk about it. So I felt she would be able to like reason more with me, since she as a South Africa as one time or the other lived outside South Africa. So I hope I'll be getting the best the reaction from her of this video. So over to you, Teboho.
Okay, I think maybe we should start with the first culture shock. Gracie said the driving, that we drive on the left side of the road. So what was so crazy about that, Grace? I mean, it's just the left.
No, it's normal for you, but for me, coming in from where I was in my home country, it's the other way around. So like, it's like I'm on the wrong side of the world. You see?
I can understand. I mean, you're driving on the left and the driver is on the right. Yeah. I can understand. So that's how we drive in South Africa. Most of our cars are that way. So in South Africa, we call it keep left, pass right. Okay?
That's deep.
Yes. And some people don't know it. Keep left, pass right. You stay on the left. When you want to overtake, you go to the right and then you go back to the left. Okay, guys? Please.
Now
remember that.
It's already educational. Like, this I've not even heard before. I'm just hearing it from her. You said what?
Keep left, pass right.
You see,
I pass you on my right and I walk on my left.
That's very insightful. Right. Thank you.
The second one was, oh my gosh, the monthly rent. I was wondering, in South Africa we pay everything on a monthly basis. Yeah, that's how it works. I think it's good in that you don't need to stress about a huge chunk or a lump sum of money at one go. So you can just cut it up in a few portions and then you pay it off just monthly, piece by piece.
But to us, it's like, oh, you at the beginning of the year, or like at the beginning of the contract, of the yearly contract, you tend to like look for the money any way you can get it to pay. So and towards the rest of the year, you are not even bothered.
You're not bothered. That's the nice thing about it. That's what I thought. You know, it's so liberating not to worry about rent.
It's just
shelter. Yeah, but with us it helps. You can afford things that you won't usually be able to afford if it's cut up in small pieces.
So tell me, what happens if someone is unable to pay a monthly basis here?
All right, you get kicked out.
Yeah, can you imagine? You get kicked out of the blue just like that. You get kicked out. That's not nice.
All right. What happens is that you don't just kicked out. There are laws in how a person is supposed to be evicted. It's called evicted. You don't get kicked out.
Okay.
It's called evicted, and there are laws. A landlord just can't come to you and say, yo, you need to bounce. You need to go. No. There are laws in how to evict a person out of your apartment if they cannot keep up with their monthly rent.
Wow. That's so, I'm learning here. Like, bring it on, girl. I'm all here for you.
All right. And then the next one was the student and lecturer relationship.
Tell me more.
So in South Africa, if you need to speak to your lecturers are usually easy to approach. They usually go out of their way to help their students. And if you need help, if you need extra credit, you can always just email your lecturer and tell them, no, sir, ma'am, this. But it also depends on the generation they come from. Some lecturers that are a little bit older, we prefer a little bit more reverence, whereas lecturers that are a little bit younger will be a little bit more open and approachable.
Wow.
Yes.
So when you say usually, that means not always, right?
Yes, not always. I mean, it
depends on the prerogative of the
lecturer themselves.
Wow.
But usually, most of the time, lecturers are a bit more easy to approach. You just talk to them if you're having struggles or problems.
Are you hearing that?
And they want you to pass. They want you to do good because it reflects on them as a lecturer as well.
Wow.
So they need you to do well.
Wow, that's very good to know.
Yes.
Thank you. Unlike Nigeria, maybe not all universities or maybe not all lecturers in Nigeria. The university I went to, Obafemi Awolowo University, it's a federal government university. Are not easily approachable. Like you even hear a lecturer say, A is for God, B is for B is for me, C is for the brilliant, D is for D, he and health is for the rest of you. Go share it. Yes, literally, like the fear, they instill the fear from the get-go. Like, this course is tough, even if the course is just like something that you can easily pass. So it's just like that.
Okay, so I guess we'll just have to watch this video, right? Lecturers will be watching. All right. And the next one is abortion is legal in South Africa, guys.
South Africa.
Abortion is legal. It is legal in South Africa, although it is only till 3 months, 12 weeks to be exact. Any fetus above that time should not be aborted.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
In South Africa.
Wow. So, I'm actually hearing that for the first time, guys. Like, I never knew. I just thought, even if you're 5 months gone and you go to a doctor and you say you want to remove it, they remove it.
No.
Wow.
Only until 12 weeks. You've got a 12 weeks window.
Like from 1 week to 12
1 week
weeks.
to 12, yes.
That is when
Other than that, it is not legal for any practitioner in South Africa to abort a child, a fetus.
Except it is illegal. Like the person is doing it illegally.
Yes. When it comes to public health facilities, it is not legal for them to do an abortion over the 12 weeks window. Wow. Yes. Grace was like, it's legal to abort.
So I take back my words. I'm taking it back. No, now I know at what point or till when it is legal and when it is not legal.
It is only legal until 12 weeks. After that, please. No aborting. All right.
I hope we are learning, guys. It's getting juicy here. Let's go.
And also pregnancy in schools. This one is a little bit
Batum.
I know. We are getting a large surge of pregnant learners. I'm not going to say students. When you say school, we mean from the grade 1 until grade 12.
Wow.
Yes, that's primary school and high school.
Wow.
How do you call it in your country? Is it the same?
We call it primary school. We call it secondary school.
Yes.
Like you call it high school here, or matric.
Yes.
Are they doing matric?
Matric.
Yeah,
Yes.
we call it secondary school and primary school.
So for us, either you're in primary school or you're in secondary school. There's also preschool before everything else.
Okay.
All right. So yes, when a learner is pregnant, they are not allowed to be kicked out of the school. Okay, a school cannot refuse to admit a learner because they are pregnant.
Wow.
Yes. I do wish with this law, though, that they could provide more facilities. I mean, it's quite risky to have a pregnant learner in school. What happens when there's an emergency? Are there people that are qualified to handle such? You understand? So if we're going to pass such bills, I think we need to also make sure that the facilities are there for them to get the care that they need.
You're very right. And I got a lot of comments also under this topic. And people were like, what do you mean? Don't you, like Nigeria is way populated than South Africa. So are you saying that there are no teenage pregnancies in Nigeria? So this is a disclaimer now. I'm not saying that there's no teenage pregnancy in Nigeria, but I'm saying that the rate at which I have seen it here in South Africa is way more than in Nigeria. So I hope we get that right. Like, of course, it will happen in Nigeria also. And that doesn't mean that most pregnancies in Nigeria are teenage pregnancy. It doesn't necessarily have to be that.
So are they allowed to continue school, though? That's my question.
No, even if they are allowed to continue school, there's this stereotype, or there's this there's this kind of way they feel about themselves, like they are like maybe a disgrace, maybe they're a disgrace to the family, to the society, and such kind of pregnancies should be hidden or what. So even I would like personally to them, they don't even want to forge ahead with the education because they feel, or maybe they will be the laughing stock of the class, looking at them in a promiscuous way or something.
But do they stop going to school completely, or maybe do they wait for the child to be born then come back to school?
To the best of my knowledge, most of them they stop completely. Because after you give birth, now you are a mother. You need to take care of the baby. You need to be able to provide for the child. So while you are while your home mother is hustling, you are hustling for your child. Do you understand? So it's not like there's one go-go on like here. I know once they give birth, maybe it's the go-go that they give the children to go-go's,
that you maybe can continue school. Yes.
Exactly. But everybody is hustling, no? Like once you can decide to get pregnant, they believe you are old enough also to take responsibilities for your action. So that's just it.
Oh, it's a bit rough, isn't it?
Well, that's his life. It's life.
It's the different cultures, I guess.
Exactly.
So yes. The next one will be the traditional dressing of the Zulu nation. I believe you were speaking in particular.
Yes, I said.
So you said that them revealing their breasts is something that shocked you. You are not the first person. You're really not the first person who said that to me.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of people that come into the country and that see such, even when they see it on TV in their own countries, they'll be like, it's not all cultures in South Africa that reveal. Okay, but the Zulu nation does it, I know, and I think the Basotho people also do it. I'm not quite sure. The Basotho people.
Which one is Basotho now?
The Sotho people.
Oh, Sotho.
Yes.
Oh. Is it Basotho or Sesotho?
Sesotho is the name of the language. Basotho is the name of the people.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Yes.
So the Basotho also, they reveal their...
Yes, but the thing is, for young women that are not yet married. Yes. Once you get married, then you cover up. But
don't you think that is like sexually
I know a lot of people
for the guys, for the men that are looking like
I know a lot of people think it is sexualized, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's seen in a sexual manner because when you are used to seeing something, eventually you become used to it. You become part of it. It becomes normal. So in my view, I think it sort of brings back the innocence of even the men themselves.
Wow.
You know, not to sexualize everything. You understand? So I think it really helps. Once you get married, you know, okay, now I cover up. This is for my husband. But before I get married, you know, you need to show your glory. Pedophiles, yes.
And then, like, they are literally everywhere.
It's true.
So don't you think that kind of what they are saying can affect them? Because even while women are cover up, they are still everywhere. Not to talk of them showing her, showing the breast and her. Don't you think it's more like?
I think once you get used to seeing something, you are sort of desensitized from making it a big deal. You understand? You are
This thing has been since forever.
I mean,
like it's been the culture.
You
of
understand?
The Zulu
Yes,
nonsense.
and I mean, imagine the boys. They grew up seeing breasts. Their friends.
So it won't even entice them.
It won't
again.
even
It's just-
entice them. It's she's
just
my
normal.
friend, and you know, it becomes a little bit more about this friend. You know, it's not anymore. Oh, boobies, boobies. No,
Now it's like that for
You
people
know?
that come into South Africa as a foreigner.
Yeah.
Like when they see that kind of thing, they are like,
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Like, what is happening?
But then, guys, we're not more going around shirtless. Please don't bring that. These they usually happen during
the
cultural
festivities.
festivals, where a culture wants to portray its culture in its fullness. I think public nudity, if you were to walk around like that, I'm not sure. Please, my fellow South Africans, correct me where I'm wrong. I'm not sure that we can walk around with just your full breasts outside without any form of trying to cover it up. I don't think it's possible. But it's usually during our public festivals or cultural festivals where you are, you know, showing off your culture. And I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Let's go on to the next one. The taxis. But you know, I think taxis are isn't it like that in almost everywhere around the world? Where
no.
people
Look,
are like, you know what?
No.
These guys.
No, in Nigeria, we do have conductors. We call them conductors. Like they're the ones that like the driver will be paying maybe a token to the conductor to be the one to collect the fare from. Like when a friend of mine was watching the video and she was like, what do you mean by they are going to tell you to collect the money? Are you a conductor? Like, are you the conductor? I said, my dear, there is no conductor here. You are the one that is going to count the money and all that. So she was shocked to do that. Like, why do you have to do that? So it's like the work of someone.
If you
to do
sit
that.
in front in the taxi, usually you have to count the money. You were the one that's responsible for counting the money. Way back in the 90s, guys. Back in the 90s, they had marshals. I think they were called the marshals, where the person that sits inside, he wouldn't usually sit on the seat.
Maybe at the back of the driver's, like on the engine.
Right there. Yes,
yes on
he
the
would
engine
sit
of
there
the bus.
and then count money.
So what happened?
Way back there.
So what
I don't
happened?
know what happened, but all I know is that now you have to count the money. Okay. So a lot of people avoid the front seat. So if you really don't want to count money, don't sit in front. You know?
Exactly.
Some drivers count for themselves. Some people refuse straight up. Okay, tell the driver, I don't want.
Why do they have to sit in front if they don't want? Because most people have seen sat in front, like they literally have to. And imagine coins, but giving me 50 rand and another person is giving me 20. In fact, at that point I said, no, I studied English in the university, not mathematics. All these things.
You have to make sure your math skills are on point. Okay, because you need to give people the correct amount of money. You also spoke about short lift.
Yeah. Oh god.
The driver almost passed with you.
You need to say sure. I was so confused the first time. Like I didn't know what to say. Because I was like, driver, it's okay. It's okay. But You didn't understand. I was just going and going.
You said driver is okay.
Like, it's okay. Yeah, like, I was like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. You can wait for me. And the driver just kept going. I didn't know what to say. So I asked the person beside me, like, I need to get down. Like, what do I need to say? Obviously, the person knew, oh, this person is new here. So I say, oh, just tell him short left. So I was like, oh, driver, short left. Or like, after robot. I was just looking for, like, after, then it just packed. I was just like, God, I had to walk all the way
back. I'm sorry. So there are languages. The taxi, I call it the taxi world. You have to know the languages, you understand? Exactly. You have to know, number one, the signs. If you want to stop a taxi, you need to know.
And this also, they also like do it like this, like if you're going to any town.
You first point up.
You know, in Nigeria now, if you're going somewhere, you call out the name of where you're going. I'm going Ogolua. I'm going, or you find the conductor, the one that is going to collect the money. If it's in Lagos, like, you know how busy Lagos is. It's like the business state and all. If it's in Lagos, you know, the conductor is going to be the one that will stand on the bus and be like, oh, Surulere, Ojuelegba, just be calling names of where they are going. But in other states, like I grew up in Oshu State, what we stand beside the road and we tell them, oh, onward area, Ogolu and all, and if the taxi is going towards the direction, the taxi waits and you hop in. Okay. That's how it is. So, but here, you need to know sign. So, like sign language, it's a must. You do like this. You do like this. You do like this.
In South Africa, different taxis go to different locations. So the driver will know if I'm doing this, it means I'm going to town. If he's not going to town, he'll pass you.
Exactly.
You understand? He won't pick you up.
Exactly.
If you if you do this, then you say I'm going to
maybe
I don't know. The suburbs. You know, if he's not going to the suburbs, he won't stop. That way, it helps the transportation system be a little bit more efficient. And the thing is, these things are not written down. So you need to know.
Exactly. It's not like you have to
ask somebody.
Exactly. It's not like you have to read somewhere.
Exactly.
So there was this day I was on the wrong side of the road and I was doing like all the taxis that were going was not going to town. Do you understand? Like town is this way.
Exactly.
You're going and you are doing
and you're standing on the wrong side as well. My friend, you will not get anywhere. Just go back home. The next one was the thief mob justice. If somebody hijacks you, then you just call out thief.
Ole.
It was like that in South Africa before. It wouldn't matter where you are. If you just shouted, growing up, I'd know that all you needed to shout was thief, thief, and people would run, you know. And nowadays, it's a little bit less like that. It's also because of phones. I mean, a lot of places around the world, people are having the same problem with phones. Instead of helping, people are standing there recording.
Exactly.
I think it's a new age problem now.
There was this day I saw a video of someone being attacked and they were recording. Literally, you could see this is an online thing. Like I saw this on Facebook. So someone was recording and then you couldn't even help. So how can that, like, it's somehow?
I think it's a thing that's now a little bit popular around the world, and a lot of people are speaking out against it. Like, guys, help somebody, you know. People just record. I mean, also recording has become a massive help when you maybe have to be dealing with lawsuits.
Exactly.
You know that the first
evidence.
You understand? Social justice.
No, but there should be like a
balance.
Like a bridge, or like at what point do you say that no, you shouldn't record this? This calls for help. You understand? Not like you just keep recording and nothing is happening.
Maybe the subscribers can tell us.
Maybe put it in the comment section. We would love to hear.
I mean, what do you think we should happen? You know, when do you bridge the gap?
Exactly.
Between being a spectator and actually helping somebody. The next one is, oh my gosh, this one made me laugh. Insurance.
Yeah, the policy. Hey.
Do not mess with the South African policy.
You see? I told you.
Don't.
Do not. There's a lot of mullah there. I think they are raising a lot of money.
Policies, guys. South Africans. I don't know if it's everybody. I can't speak for a large number of people, but I just know that policies is a culture. It literally become a culture in South Africa. You need to have your policy. You need your funeral policy. You need your. It helps make sure that once you pass on, once you pass on your people,
you don't become a burden. Yeah, you don't become a burden to your family members and all. Exactly. But the rate at which these people are now taking it, like it's like, you know, hey, if you just turn on your TV, what you just see, they are following you up and down, like they are after you, running after.
It is a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. You can even get some policies on the street where they send out marketers to go and market on the street and sell your policy right there and then. You understand? So it's a big deal in South Africa. It is a big deal, and you can get policies for the lowest amount of money. You know, you can get policies
as low as 100 rand.
Exactly.
200 is
as low as 100 rand. You can get policies for huge amounts of money, and just make sure your policy doesn't lapse.
And I'm not saying that this is not present in Nigeria also. This might be, but it's not something that we take like of a big deal. Like even once you die in Nigeria, you might find out the person is not even insured or something. It's the family member that have to like come around and say, okay, how are we going to do the funeral of this person and all those things.
So that's what we don't know. Right?
It helps in a way, and sometimes it can be a hook in the neck. That's the truth. It's the truth.
All right, and the very last one,
guys.
Pregnancy info.
Some South Africans don't want to know what is going on in your life, even if they meet you right now. They want to know, oh, why is this? How is this? And I said that there was someone I met in the bus and was asking me, how far are you? And I'm like, God, who are you? Why should you ask me such kind of questions?
It's true though. Well, South Africans, I always say, South Africans, I think, are very social beings. You know, we love to socialize. We love getting to know people. And sometimes we might go a little bit overboard. I mean, it is kind of uncomfortable for somebody to be coming and touching and asking you. You know, people are sensitive with their pregnancy, even South Africans themselves. So we do kind of are a bit a little bit private with such information. Especially
you know how much information you can give to a stranger.
So, but asking how far along are you is quite
it's just normal.
Question,
you see, it's just common. But hey, in Nigeria, we are scared of the witches. we are scared of the witches and the wizards. You don't know. Like you feel like, why are you asking me? Do you have something to do with that? And if peradventure, like there's something that just happened to the president, then you say, because this woman asked me this, maybe she's the one.
Oh my God! I will never be asking anybody.
Maybe she's the one responsible for this kind of illness.
That time it was just a natural thing happening. Oh my gosh! Okay, I understand. So I guess maybe we can be a little bit nosy, but. The sex of the baby and how far along are you? Those are quite common questions. The next one that's probably going to follow is, ooh, you've gained weight.
Oh God!
Oh, you lost weight.
Yes,
oh, maybe you're not as bad as you look good for carrying a boy.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
So we are social beings. So I like that a lot about us. But I guess we can be a little bit overboard with.
So you are admitting now that you can be overboard with some questions.
Yeah, with some questions. I mean, some things you don't need to know. You know, like you know, some things are quite personal.
I guess that
I won't be asking anyone in Nigeria about their pregnancy.
Don't do that. If you go, don't even do that. They are going to look at you like, who is this? Don't do that. So I guess that's bring us to the end of this video. Thank you so much, Tabaho, for coming. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sticking with us till this moment. We do really appreciate you. And if you've not liked this video, what should they do? They must like the video, must
share,
subscribe,
and like,
and give it a thumbs up. Until we come your way next time, or till I come your way, you'll be seeing more of her on my channel. Put a stamp on this face. Yeah, so till we come your way next time, I remain Adironke Grace, and you are
Bye,
guys.